Hi, welcome to Chris Cook for YouTube. Have I got a treat for you today? I'm going to be doing shrimp and crab meat bisque. So let's get started with the ingredients that you're going to need to make this delicious bisque. You're going to need flour, milk, whole milk, whipping cream, crab meat, tomato paste, butter, pepper, green onions, celery, and of course the shrimp. Now, these are the ingredients that you're going to need, but I'm going to be using a whole lot more of each ingredient. Like I'll use 2 whipping creams, I'll use 4 of the crab, and I'll use 2 of the shrimp because as you know, when I cook for a lot of people. So what I will do is put your ingredients in the description box. So let me go away and get everything all cut up. This is going to be fast, easy, but you're truly going to enjoy it. I'll be right back. This is a full stick of butter. I've already started to melt it. You won't use as much. Like I told you, I will put your ingredients at the bottom of the tutorial. But here you have the butter. Back here in this pot, I have my milk. Your milk needs to be warmed up, so I'm warming it in the back. Now, you want to use butter. You don't want to use margarine. And what you want to do is to go ahead and saute your vegetables. So I'm going to saute my vegetables up. And I think I'm going to add a little bit of minced garlic to this, but I'm going to saute this up. This is going to take roughly about 2 minutes, so I'll bring you back just as soon as I get through sauteing these vegetables up so we can move to the next step. Be right back. Okay, now if you can look at this, you'll see that it's at the beginning stages of becoming translucent. That's all you want. You don't want to completely take your crunch out of your vegetables, which is going to end up disappearing anyway, but you don't want to do it in this stage, because if you do it now, by the time you get the bisque completed, it's going to be mushy, and that you don't want. So you want to go ahead and stir up your vegetables, and at the beginning of the translucency of the vegetables, then that's when you want to add the flour. I do want to say again, and I can't stress this enough, garlic, minced garlic was not a part of this recipe. I just wanted to put it in because shrimp and crab, all of that goes good with garlic. And with a bisque, if you're making a bisque, I think that it will be some real good flavor. So I just went ahead and tossed it in. And of course, whenever you're using my recipes, you know you can add and subtract whatever it is you want to, but most of the time my recipes are going to be on point, so you don't have to add and subtract. All you have to do is just follow the recipe. But if that's something that you choose to do, then by all means go ahead, because it's your family, it's your dish. Cook it like you want to. Okay, now at this point, I'm going to go ahead and start to add my flour. And what I want my flour to do is to become my thickening agent. So I'm going to make sure that that's stirred in good. Not only that it's stirred in good, but that it's also cooked, because that's what you're doing now, is you're cooking this flour a little bit. So I'm going to continue to add. Let it cook for about 2 minutes. See how that's becoming like a paste? Go ahead and put the rest. It's going to paste up. It's going to look like, really like clay or like gum. See how it's kind of gummy like? And that's why you heat your milk. You want to put your milk in. And as you can see, the steam is just rising up on my milk. So you want to put your milk in now. And what your milk is going to do is your milk is going to thicken up your bisque. So I'm going to let this cook for a while. I'm going to continue to add this milk slowly, because it's going to thicken this up and make it just like it's supposed to be. Now you want to get all of the little gum pasty parts that you just saw. See, like that? You want to get that out. So you're going to continue to stir. And you're going to continue to keep this over a low heat until you get all of that out. Then when that's out and this starts to thicken up, I'm gonna bring you back. That'll take about 2 minutes, 2-3 minutes. It's a fast cooking dish, but it's a dish that you'll truly enjoy. So I'm gonna stir this for about 2 minutes, and then I'll bring you back. And at that point, I'll be ready to add my next ingredients, and then at the very end, we'll add the shrimp and the crab meat. So I'll be right back once I stir this up. Okay, now I've been stirring it for a while, and you see how thick that is? That is just from the ingredients that we added in the beginning. So at this point, we're going to go ahead and we're going to add our whipping cream. I'm going to add just a little bit more whipping cream. We want to add our pepper. I'm going to add some more whipping cream to that. Okay. We're going to add 3 tablespoons. Well, this won't be your recipe. This is mine. Yours, like I said, I'll list it at the bottom. That's why I didn't want to call out measurements. But to mine, I'm going to add 3 of these tablespoons of tomato paste. Tomato paste is a thickening agent too, so it's only going to help this soup to even thicken up that much more. Now, I learned something a long time ago, and I'm going to do it on this whenever you're making soups of this nature, and when you're making bisque, where it's real creamy like this, the last thing you want to put in is a little bit of cheese. Just a little bit of cheese. And that helps the flavor oh so much. Now, it's at this point, like I said, I am going to add just a little bit more of the whipping cream, but I want to make certain that I can get all of my shrimp and crab in, because I have quite a bit to go into this pot. So I want to make sure that I can get it in. The only thing that I'm doing now is the tomato paste that I put in. I'm just making certain that that's all dissolved over into the soup. If I see just a little bit, that's okay, because with the little bit that I see, I could just go ahead and it'll just boil out in the last stages of this soup boiling up. But see how thick it is? This bisque is going to be really, really good. So it's at this point that I'm going to go ahead and start to add in my shrimp. And see, I have quite a bit of ingredients. So what I don't want to do is to add that whipping cream and take me beyond my scope. But it does need some more whipping cream. And that's only because I'm making so much of it. Okay, so I'm going to add in my shrimp. I'm going to let that cook. And I'm going to add in my crab meat. And I got quite a bit. Now you see how my pot is filling up? That's why I started to use a bigger pot too and wouldn't. That's why I didn't want to add in the extra whipping cream. But look at that. I might have to put it in a bigger pot anyway. Because this is too thick. And I still got a lot of crab left, see? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go away and change my pot real quick so I can get all of the ingredients down over here. But this looks good even like it is. This is going to be so enjoyable. But I need to break up my crab and I need to add just a little bit more to whipping cream. So I'm going to go away and change my pot, and I'll be right back. Okay, now I changed my pot. This is the pot I should have used in the first place. And now I'm going to finish adding all this crab meat that I have, because I have quite a bit, and you won't use as much. I just had this crab. I had an extra can container in my refrigerator, and what I didn't want to do is to let it expire or throw it out. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll just, since I'm going to make this bisque today, I'll just put it over in there. And putting it over in there is what gave me so much more. And as always, all cooks should taste their food, and I did, and this is lacking salt. So I'm going to put the salt in. Okay. Didn't mean to splatter it. Okay, so I'm going to stir that. That'll thin it out a little bit, but it'll also thicken it right back up. Okay, so now I'm going to add some salt to this, because it does need some salt. When I tasted it, it was not enough salt, and I'm going to add, for this big pot, I'm going to add like about a tablespoonful. Okay, now that I have this salt in, the last thing that I'm going to put in, which I just told you about, was that cheese, some shredded cheese, and I'm only going to put in like about 3 tablespoons full of it, but I'm not going to put it in until this comes back up to temperature. Okay, right now, because you want to do it at the very end. Once you turn off everything, then you want to add the cheese before you serve it to your guests. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to allow this to come back up, just simmer for a little while, probably for the next like 5 minutes. That's all it needs, is about 10 minutes worth of simmering. So I'm going to let it simmer, and then when I get ready to cut it off, I'll put the cheese in. As a matter of fact, I'll bring you back and show you that. So there it is. It's cooking up rather nicely, and it looks real tasty. So I'm going to go away, allow this to come up, get warmer, and then I'll be right back. Okay, you can see a little light smoke coming from the bisque, and that's all that you really want. So it's at this point that you would go ahead and add, and it doesn't really matter what type cheese you're using. I'm using this medium cheddar, and you want, for mine, I'm adding about 3 tablespoons full, but again, your ingredients will be at the bottom of the tutorial. That's only because I have so much. Now, this is a very rich bisque. How do you know that? Because you have the butter, and you have the whipping cream inside of there, and of course you got your thickening agent, which is your paste, your tomato paste, as well as your flour. And you don't want it to stick, which mine is not sticking at all, but you want to make certain that you don't burn it. So I'm going to go ahead and dish you up a bowl, but you see how thick that is? That is truly thick, and you can see the crab and the shrimp all throughout. So I'm going to dish up this bowl, and the good news is you don't even need crackers with this. All you need to do is just try it. So I'm going to go ahead and add it. I'm going to get a couple of shrimp out of there to put on top. There you go. There you go. Now I want you to take a look at this, because this is really, let me put the top on, one meal to truly have. Y'all know how I am about showing a dirty plate. Okay. There you have it. Chris is making shrimp and crab bisque. This is going to be truly enjoyable. Okay. I think that if you try this, you are truly going to enjoy it. Give it to your family, especially when it gets cold outside, or like it's getting ready to rain here, something like that. You'll truly enjoy it. And as always, thank you for watching Chris Cook For You Too. Bye.